Okay, this is my 1996 CBR400RR. 96, of course, is year of import for Japanese gray market bikes, but this is the K model. You can see from, I think they call it the gull arm, swing arm, and then it doesn't have the air adjustable forks. It's got the ones with the rebound damping adjustment. The story with this was I had an RVF 400, incredible bike, died, committed crank main bearing suicide, and I wanted something that you could get parts for. You can get parts for this thing everywhere. Every decent motorcycle shop in Korea has got an NC23 engine sitting out back you can grab parts from. The way I got this was the guys at Rex Korea in Iksan looked around for about 6 months. We went through a bunch of them, found a good one. Then I had a list of about 20 things. We got it straightened out, and here it sits. And this is my combination daily rider, and it's also probably the most reliable, cheapest, most practical track bike you're going to find in all of Korea. What's been done to it? Got a Pilot Pure on the front, good combination track, road tire, plenty of life, EBC HH brake pads. They make all the difference. Fork seals are nice and good. You can see that. Bodywork in the front's all OEM. It's not Hong Kong bodywork. It's solid, banged up in a couple little spots. I've low-sided this bike once, and all it did was it scratched the fairing, banged up the tail a little bit. I still have the stock tail, and I've also got a whole set of red bodywork that was given to me, and I've got the stock rear sets. You can look at the mileage there, 46.7 in kilometers. Compression's still good. Had a compression test. I think one cylinder sat just a little lower, somewhere around 115 psi. But they're all good, and the carbs are just rebuilt and synced, and they're just dead on. This bike loves 50-degree humid weather, nice thick air. It's maybe just slightly rich on a really hot, low-pressure day. Lap timer stays with me unless you want to chip in 60 bucks, and I'll give it to the person and buy a new one when I get back to the US. Okay, compression's good. The carbs, rebuilt carbs, are the earlier, I believe, J model, which have a little bit bigger orifice, and I've got a whole extra carb bank that I'll throw in with this. Forks. You don't have compression damping adjustment on them, so I've got 15 weight oil in them now, and that does it for the track, way better. You'll see in some other videos the Showa rear shock has rebound damping, and I didn't have quite enough preload or damping the last time I was at Inje, and if you watch the video you'll see me bouncing just a little bit, leaving the corners. Spools on the rear. The rear sets are, you know, they're Hong Kong rear sets. About 120 bucks shipped, and the reason I got them is if you break them, they're cheap to fix. The bolts are, I like to, in the absence of safety wire, mark them with paint so I can see if they've moved. You can see where things are a little scratched up. I've got the stock bodywork, stock tail for this, little scratch on it. I'll include some pictures so that you can see what it looks like with the stock bodywork on it. I love the dated 90s ski clothes color scheme on this thing. Some people don't like it, whatever, you know. I like the round headlights too. I've left the stickers on it from the last track day at Inje because, you know, who knows if Inje is ever going to run again. Kind of a collector's item. What else about this bike? Pulls real strong for what it is, a little 400. These were supposed to be 59 horsepower new. but I think they all true dynoed like 42 to 44 horsepower, and this is about how it acts. Absolutely no mechanical issues, just about due for an oil change. And let me start it up. On a scale of 1 to 10, the valve noise might be about a 1.5. Not bad. Okay, and you can see that was cold with no choke. And I'll rev it here just a little bit, but I'm around apartments, so I don't want, you know, to get people angry at me. It's pretty solid. And also with the sale, I will 75 bucks, and I'll throw in my Vemar. It's a medium. It's CE, DOT, Snell, everything certified. You can go right to the track with it. Yeah, buy this bike, go run track days. Also, out on the road, I ride it pretty constantly between Iksan and Cheongju. The only thing is, if you are over about 5'10 and a half, this is not the bike for you, because it's a little bike, cramped seating position. And then one last thing is, I do not have this piece for any of the 3 tail sections I have for this bike. You can buy it for like 40 bucks, but you can buy a whole brand new, beautiful, delivered here to Korea, Hong Kong bodywork set for this thing for 360 bucks. So I didn't want to spend 40 on that little piece when I could just slap a whole new body kit on it for 360. And it's missing that turn signal. I've got one somewhere around I can just put on there. And that's it. Thanks for your time.